Hey, it's villaadog here, and I'm doing an online match. This time it is going to be Chelsea versus Bayern Munich. Last time it was Chelsea, but this time I am going to be Bayern Munich, and typically, preferably I would do a Champions League prediction thing, but instead of that, I'm doing a Bundesliga review of the league, talking about some of the best players, maybe some players for you guys to sign for your FIFA, whatever. Just going to tell you some of the best players, the league, what happened, and just overall what I thought of the Bundesliga season so far. Now, anyway, I'm going to begin with talking about the table. And while I'm talking, you can just watch this game. It's a pretty good game. I had some fun. You can see some pretty good shots and stuff like that, so enjoy. Anyway, let's get back into it. So, in the table, as you might know, the winners are Borussia Dortmund. Now, that might come to a surprise to some of you, especially since most of you guys and the favorites were, of course, Bayern Munich as usual. However, they came second and they were actually quite far behind, because Dortmund got 81 points, Munich got 73 points, so that is quite a bit of a difference. Now, who got relegated? Don't want to say it's a huge surprise, but I'm a bit surprised with FC Cologne. That is the team which Lucas Podolski was playing for, but now he's playing in Arsenal. And Hertha Berlin got relegated. Now, I know a bit about those two teams. I know that Hertha Berlin have one good Aussie player. He's quite a bit of a speed demon. But apart from that, I don't think that the Germans were too surprised about those results. Hamburg were pretty low though, which is a bit of a surprise. That team is typically up at the very top. One of the surprises though was, this is a pretty long name, so please forgive me if I get this wrong, Mönchengladbach. Now that was one of the teams that was actually 4th place, which is relatively high up. Now, for the Bundesliga, only 2 teams do make it to the Champions League, while 1 makes it to the Europa League. I think that 1 more also makes it, but I'm not too sure about that. And the team that actually did make Europa League was Schalke. Now, they did come 3rd place, and it was mainly due to the work of Huntelaar, Raul, and those 2 players were quite in form. In fact, Huntelaar was the top scorer. Now, that is pretty crazy, if I'm honest, because typically, you wouldn't think of him as a, fantastic player, but he's had a really good season this year, so you gotta give him some credit. And he has been rewarded in FIFA with some very high stats. So, fantastic play, 28 goals, absolutely brilliant, had a fantastic season. Can't wait to see him in Euro. Should be really good to watch him play. Now, second was actually Mario Gomez. Mario Gomez is typically criticized for being quite lazy and not necessarily doing what he's supposed to do. However, he does score you goals. He is a bit like Tevez, sometimes controversial, but he does score. But he does score you goals, and that's why he's starting for Bayern. And he has to perform against Chelsea if they are to get a result, because against Dortmund in one of the German Cups last week or so, he was absolutely horrible, missing some chances and just falling down. Not too good. So it's all really down to him to make the impact, make the difference. So really, it should be interesting. 3rd place is Robert Lewandowski, one very highly rated player, only 23 years old, and as many of you know, he's Polish. So one of my favorite players in the Bundesliga, very highly rated. He's actually being linked to moves such as Man United and other clubs. So there's already a lot of interest for him. I wouldn't say he wants to leave, but he's saying that he's open for a move. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But who knows? We'll see what sort of Euro he has. If he does perform well, does score goals for Poland, and actually make it to the semis or something like that, then I think that there'll be a lot more admirers. And who knows where Lewandowski might be playing next year. But he's had a terrific season for Dortmund, and I think that he is the main reason why they won the title. No other reason for it, but just fantastic player overall. Claudio Pizarro, some of you guys might remember him when he played in Chelsea, I believe it was. He's had a pretty good season in Werder Bremen. If you are interested in where they finished in the table, they actually finished around mid, which is like 9th place, which isn't too bad for them, to be honest. They have fallen over the years, losing some important players such as Diego, but overall, not a bad season for them. Pretty good for Pizarro getting 4th top scorer. Now, Podolski actually was tying in goals with Pizarro with 18, although his team actually got relegated, which is probably the main reason why he left. But regardless, I expected him to leave anyway. So, pretty good season for Podolski. Let's see what he can do in the Premier League. He is originally Polish, but decided not to play for us, unfortunately. So we'll see how he does in the Premier League. I expect him to do quite well. Hopefully they'll form a good partnership with Van Persie, and I do definitely hope he does not get frozen out on the bench, because that'd be a huge shame. Now, in terms of assist, Ribery was at the very top with 12. Fantastic season for him. Juan Arango, who actually played for this team called, like I mentioned, Mönchengladbach. He was really good season. He is quite old though, but he's done absolutely fantastic. And another player is Jakub Błaszczykowski, who got 9 assists for Dortmund, another Polish player. Absolutely good season for him. He's been playing very well. Definitely not getting the same sort of attraction as Lewandowski, but he's done well on that wing. Made some pivotal assists there as well. And he's done very well for Dortmund. And I don't think that you can complain about his performance over the course of the season. Tony Cruz is another player for Bayern Munich who got 9 assists. I think he's had a good season. He's given us some good point, showing us some good displays. Some say he's not that good and whatnot, but I think he's a decent player. He's also quite young, so I can't wait to see him in the future, seeing what he's capable of doing. So we'll see. Now, Marcus Roos, who also plays for the team. God damn it, Mönchengladbach. Now, he's had an absolutely fantastic season. He's been all the time very high up in all those websites saying top couple of players in the Bundesliga. Terrific season. He's been doing all the goods. He's been doing what he had to do. And he's just done absolutely terrific this season. So, congratulations to him. Very pleased on his behalf. And now I'm just going to talk about some of the players which, well, some people say had the best season, made the most impact. And now you may not actually agree with all my sort of ideas of some of the best players, but here's just my list of some of the top 10. Or maybe it's 9 or 8. Anyway, Lars Bender, who plays for Bayern Leverkusen, he's done very well. He is quite young, and he is a bit of a box-to-box player, and he's done really well in his team for Leverkusen, played very well in sort of that central position. And, I can't wait to see more of him. So we'll see next year, maybe in the EuroQ feature, but I'm not quite sure about that. But we'll see in the future. But he's been definitely doing quite well. Another playing is Kagawa. He's had an absolutely fantastic season, and it's actually led him to an interview with Sir Alex Ferguson or some of the Manchester United officials. Now I can't say, well, these have been true, they have been actually not denied, but they have been confirmed. So who knows, maybe we will see him in Man United very soon. I actually do suspect that would be the case, but we'll see further on, but he's done very well. Another player is one for Schalke. His name is Lewis Holtby. He's done pretty well. He's a quite good midfielder, and he does do quite nice passes. He floats the ball around pretty well. Although he isn't quite popular in the team, he is quite young, so we'll see more of him in the future, hopefully. Another player which sort of impressed me was Marco Marin. This player has been absolutely terrific for Werder Bremen. Although there is a couple of things which people have to know. He was once considered a very, very good player, although recently after getting a bit older, his potential has sort of a bit disappeared. He's not as good as, well, he is just as good as he was at the age of 21, 22, which is a bit of a shame because he's a bit older and we did expect him to be a bit better. Now, he is actually going to move to Chelsea. He has agreed a deal, I think, sometime in like April or May. I don't even remember. But he's done pretty well, so hopefully he will sort of stand up. He will do better than what was expected. So anyway, I wanted to talk a bit more about the plays, but anyway, this game has ended. 2 goals by Gomez has sealed the win. Pretty good game. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this Bundesliga sort of review. I'll be doing more in terms of other leagues as soon as I get more gameplay. So anyway, thank you for watching. We'll be seeing you guys very soon with another FIFA video in the future. So thank you for watching. We'll be seeing you guys very soon. Goodbye. Have a nice day.